to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. Now the starting group for the visitors. Durant is out there with Chandler, and there's Bryant, and it's LeBron James, and it's Paul in at the point. And for the Suns, they've got Antetokounmpo. Jokic is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Nash, and it's Ginobili in at the 2 spot. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Bryant finds James. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, we know every game LeBron is going to find his way to the line just from his aggressive style.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
First one falls for him.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
And both free throws good for LeBron. And here are the Suns now. 4-point game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Ball against Nash. James looking it over. That's tipped. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here's Nash outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And the jump shot of Nash. Poetry in motion. A super efficient shooter from downtown.
Ryan against Ginobili. KD, that's for 2. He squares up and sinks it.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the visiting team. Naturally, their defensive game plan centers around the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the league's most feared slasher. Kevin, they will do everything they can to keep him out of the lane. Maybe that includes playing 7 or 8 guys at a time.
Thank you, David. Here's Paul. After Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. 6 to shoot. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Nash. Paul's shot is off. Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Ginobili attacking. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now here's Bryant. He had a 15-point outing in their last game again.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
Here's Jokic. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Plays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here is Bryant. Following the basket by Giannis. Bryant passes to James. 5 to shoot. All alone. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Chandler.
Yeah, because of his length and toughness, so difficult to stop Chandler from converting off the window.
Suns trail by 3. Nash outside. Passes it to Giannis. Jacks up a 3. Tyson Chandler grabs the board.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar level game. You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's the 3. Another miss by Giannis. And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
Here is Nash. Following the basket by LeBron James. Nash, the pass to Jokic. And a miss there on the triple. Gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Bryant. The shot comes out. Solid defense there from Ginobili. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Nash against Paul. Nash dishes to Nowitzki. The pass to Giannis. Kicks it to Ginobili. It's stolen by Bryant. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. And the rejection by Giannis. On defense, Phoenix trailing by 5. Bryant gets a wide open look. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Now we get a chance to check out LeBron James. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. He's averaging about 19 points per, 9 assists and 6 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
4 on the shot clock. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Nash.
And I'm a big fan of the awareness of Nash on the floor. A selfless player who's just fantastic at getting the ball to his open teammates in rhythm.
Durant, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that. No doubt passing is a premium for this team game of the NBA. We love the individual star power, but it is a team game. Are there any playmakers out there that don't get, Doris, you think, enough credit for all that they do for their team?
Well, the first guy that comes to mind is a man that Steve Kerr described as probably the smartest single basketball player he has ever been around, and that's Andre Iguodala. The numbers in terms of his scoring, obviously not eye-popping, but his incredible defense and then his elite passing skills have been so critical to so many championship teams.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Phoenix. And so Durant nails them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Nash against Paul. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Gasol's shot is good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's KD. Misses off the right iron.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
It's stolen by Bryant. Now Kevin Durant. He's got 6. Outside Bryant. Over Nash. Bryant's shot is off.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Chandler with the block.
One of the great rim protectors really over the last decade or so. Chandler just twice on the pipes on that one.
Suns trail by 9. Nash the pass to Gasol. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Jokic kicks to Ginobili. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
And so Ginobili nails both of them.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
Now here's Love. 14 points from him the last game again. Back to Davis. Paul surveying the floor. Another shot. And it's Davis missing. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for the Phoenix Suns. 7-point differential.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Now here's Ginobili following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Phoenix, advantage in one series.
And I think with Phoenix, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
Or maybe a lot longer. They look to me like they're ready to make some serious noise in the playoffs.
And you have to appreciate the reach of me. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Knocks it loose. Paul with the steal. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Parker against Paul. Outside Bryant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career, and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks.
And here's Nash outside, and Davis pulls it down. Gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Bryant passes to Paul. Makes it off the glass. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Simmons on the wing. Covered by Anthony. No good from Simmons.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And that one's good by Davis.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
And Greg, you know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Now here's Parker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. There's Nash with the 3. It's rebounded by Paul.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Love. It's hauled in by the Suns. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Bryant, and Love throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And you got to appreciate the skill set Ming brings to the table. Knows no one can match up against him, and simply lofting these inside shots up and in.
And it's Davis missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And here is Anthony. From deep three-point range.
Yeah, the hustle from Simmons on D, it becomes infectious. Yeah, he brings his all on every possession.
And so it's the visiting team with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. back right after this. With the playoffs fast approaching, Kevin Love discussed what it will take to end the regular season on a strong note.
We just have to continue to develop a lot better habits. Becoming crunch time here, especially in the regular season, but I think if we continue to develop great habits and break down film and take what little practice time that we have to continue to get better, we're going to be a lot better off.
And that's the mentality of a winning team, Greg, trying to fine-tune down the stretch.
Yeah, you want to be hitting your stride as you approach the playoffs. Love has been in these situations before and knows what it takes to get the job done.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
They've got Tony Parker, Joel Embiid out there with Yao. Then it's Nash, and it's Simmons in at the 3. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here is Bryant. Steve Nash making his last shot. Paul outside. Over Parker. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it.
And Parker just puts so much pressure on your defense with his speed, and he's made a living out of doing that.
That one misses. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Here's Paul after Ben Simmons' bucket. Paul right side. And Bryant kicks to Davis. No good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Nash dishes to Parker. Back to Nash. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Shot clock at 6. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Over Anthony. The offensive rebound. Yao. And finished off by Yao.
And Ming is mammoth in terms of his size, exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds.
Outside Bryant, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's foul number 2 for him.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Yao. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for Nash. James against Embiid. LeBron kicks to Bryant. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Bryant's got 8 points.
Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed passes.
Now here's Nowitzki, who picked up 12 points in their last win against.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there, and we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot, just didn't fall there.
All finds James. Simmons with the defensive effort. Suns trail by 10. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo gets the three-pointer to fall. Giannis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Here's Anthony. And the rejection by Embiid. Pass to Parker. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes to Bryant. Over Simmons. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Parker outside. And the pass to Nowitzki. Lock at 6. LeBron against Antetokounmpo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Anthony. Averaging 12 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
The shot's good from Bryant.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
All right now, Tony.
Parker against Paul. Parker drives in. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Griffin trying to get open. Bryant can't get it to go. Suns trail by 7. Parker right side. It's rebounded by Paul. Gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Boy, Melo has made a name for himself with his mid-range game, and you could see why right there.
Now here's Parker. He's got 5. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from LeBron. Griffin passes to Bryant. Bryant is doubled. Back to Griffin. Paul outside. He feeds it to Carmelo. Good D by Parker.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
To the inside. Embiid, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Lobs it up for Anthony.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Now here's Parker. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Pass to Nowitzki. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the game.
That just delicate touch right there from Dirk. Owns the mid-range right now.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Several teams changing it up here.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. Second in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And they'll keep possession.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
Looking to get back on track here. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Suns trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And there it is for him.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Now here's Durant. He's got 9. Here's LeBron on the wing. Bryant. Pass to KD. Launches a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. KD's got 12 in the game.
Well, we know he's got takeover ability, and Kevin Durant is cooking right now.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. James covering. Giannis kicks to Parker. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Here's Gasol, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
Paul for 3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
It's good. And it's 9 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's James. A 23-point game for him in the win again. And Bryant kicks to Paul. For the 3. Drills it from outside. He's got 11.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
And the Suns call time.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Steve Nash, he's checked in for Tony Parker. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Jokic passes to Antetokounmpo. That one, no good. Nice defense from KD. Bryant, the open look. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Bryant's got 14 points.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Paul against Nash. Left side, Love. Now the feed to Bryant, and finish off by Bryant.
And Kevin, what you love about this is there's an unselfish nature to Kevin Love's game, and I believe that's contagious. Boy, I have such great admiration for Kevin Love. We so often think these athletes are invincible. The reality is they're just like you and I. Kevin shared his bout with anxiety and panic attacks, and I believe by doing that, guys, he has helped countless people.
Giannis right side, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Nash is an incredible passer. Seems like he has eyes in the back of his head sometimes. One of the best.
Now here's Durant. He's got 12. Sinks the triple. And Commissioner Adam Silver said we're in an age of anxiety, and Doris expressed concern over the emotional well-being of the players.
Well, I think, Kevin, he pointed to social media, ironically, as isolating for players. They're always looking down at their phones. They're always wearing headphones. This generation, face-to-face connections, so crucial for a team and individual health.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on that one.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Yao, he's checked in for Phoenix. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, and in this quarter. They've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's Paul. A 23-point game for him in the win against.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Here's Nash. A 12-point game. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Young. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. A three from Bryant, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Suns trail by 15. Nash kicks to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Antetokounmpo against Durant. Paul outside. The three from Bryant, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so that's the end of the first half. The away team, they lead by 13. And a chance now to send it over to David. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Checking out the visiting team. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they have.
And that should do it with the...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The visitors with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. We've got Durant. Bryant is out there with Paul. And it's Chandler. And it's James in at the 3 slot. Suns trail by 13. Nash, the pass to Giannis. Back to Nash. Nowitzki looking around. Clock at 6. Over Chandler. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Bryant for 3. They get it again. And Chandler throws it down.
Well, huge wingspan, even for that center position. Chandler can throw it down from really anywhere within a few feet of the rim.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. It's Durant on the wing. And KD throws it down.
With his length and his size, how easy does KD make that dunk look?
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on LeBron James. The Suns have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Free throw good. Giannis. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Outside Bryant. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. KD dishes to Chandler. Shot clock at 6. Bryant can't get it to go. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Down by 12. He kicks to Nash. Pass to Jokic. To the left side wing. Here's Nowitzki. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kevin Durant.
Well, just amazing use of the shot fake right there. Nowitzki schooling the defense.
First free throw is good. And so Nowitzki nails both of them.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Bryant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists tonight. Suns trail by 12. Nowitzki left side. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Tyson Chandler.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he knocks down the first one. And Jokic drops them both. Here is Paul. 11 points in the game. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for KD.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now. And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Nash with it. He's got 5. Down low. Here's Nowitzki. That one good for 2. Nowitzki's got 8.
Well, incredible looking shot down in the paint. Nowitzki making it look so easy right now.
KD on the wing. Defended by Nowitzki. Ryan against Ginobili. And he lays in the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And Bryant slams it in.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Dash outside. Bryant with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The pass to Paul. Pulls up. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. He's got 13.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Nash outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The Suns have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Free throw drops for Nash. And Nash makes both of them. Gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Paul passes to Anthony.
And with a break in the action, let's look at the stats for Bryant. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
That free throw good from Anthony.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Suns trail by 16. Here's Nash. He's got 7. And Nowitzki has it in the corner over Anthony. And again, it's the Suns missing. Doing reasonably well, 45%. The drive by Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Nash. And it's sent back by Bryant.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Feeds it to James. Outside Anthony from past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the Suns call time.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Kevin Love's checked in for LeBron. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. The Suns third.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Nash with no one around. No good, unable to end this run.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Count it, good.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Parker up top, defended by Paul. Tries it from the top of the key, and that one's good. Parker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And when Parker first came into the league, he didn't have that jumper. He's put a ton of time into making that a dangerous weapon in his offensive arsenal.
The wide open look here for Anthony. That 3 off the mark. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Inside, Nash. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. Gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Parker against Paul. To the paint. Here's Love. Drains it from 9 feet away. Love's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, Kevin Love specializes in finding the open space on the floor. Pays off with a nice catch and shoot.
Wasted no time on that one.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Paul passes to Bryant. Paul against Parker. And it's Anthony, top of the key. 6 to shoot. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Anthony's got 11 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Ball's knocked loose. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Parker.
You know, great scorers just have that knack. Get inside, it's either a bucket or a trip to the free throw line.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. And he makes the first. Some changes for Phoenix. Yao checked in for Joel Embiid. Gasol comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Simmons. And both free throws good for Anthony.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Paul against Parker. Yao draws the double. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Parker against Paul. Back to Parker. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And 12 points for Tony Parker.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
And that one's good, Anthony.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Parker against Paul. Double team on Parker. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Phoenix. Davis against Yao. And Davis sends it back. Outside Anthony. Over Giannis. The putback. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's sent back by Bryant. And here we go. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. The Suns have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And let's take a look now at Steve Nash's numbers. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. 6th in assists, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Davis. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Davis has got his second bucket.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the Suns making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. Free throw is off from Bryant. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Goes back up. Outside for Davis. Clock at 6. Goes up again. It's hauled in by the Suns. Gasol's got 8 rebounds in this game. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Ginobili outside. Offensive rebound. Yao. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Yao's got his third basket of the night. To the inside, and finish off by Bryant.
Well, the aggressiveness of Russell Westbrook setting up that bucket right there. This guy knows how to find the best shot possible.
Parker passes to Yao.
Shoot it!
1:03 left to play here in the third. Outside, Antetokounmpo. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Durant's checked in for Russell Westbrook. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
That's good from Anthony.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Both shots good from the stripe. Now Parker. He's got 12. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ginobili trying to break loose. And Tony Parker hits from deep. Parker's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And when Parker's converting on the pull-up, Jay, it has to be demoralizing to the defense.
Anthony against Ginobili. And here is Anthony. Over Ginobili. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the visiting team, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Yao. Antetokounmpo is out there with Pau Gasol. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Ginobili in at the shooting guard. Yao. Out to Parker. Over Paul. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Down low. The basket good off the assist from Durant. KD's got his third assist on the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Gasol. Great tee that time from Davis.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Pass to Gasol. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Doris, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Marcus All's checked in for Yao. Luka Doncic comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Ben Simmons in for Parker. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate, someone guys love to be around, a guy that plays well with just about anybody.
Westbrook, no good. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Simmons passes to Gasol. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And 11 points for Pau Gasol.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Passes it to Westbrook. Gasol again to Iguodala. Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Cans it from downtown. Westbrook's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, how about the elevation on that shot, Kevin? Russell Westbrook draining these and making it look easy.
Ginobili the pass to Simmons. Teardrop shot, and it's sent back by KD. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Here's Davis. Second chance shot. Rejected by Gasol.
This guy, the defensive anchor, Marc Gasol, twice on the pipes.
To the middle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
The Suns making a switch here. Mutombo's checked in. Both free throws good from Gasol. Gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and he nails the jumper. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Westbrook off the ground, so quick into the rise and fire. What a tough cover.
Pull the trigger.
Now here's Simmons, down low. Griffin with the steal. Westbrook up top, guarded by Simmons. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Ben Simmons.
You must respect the strength of Russell Westbrook. Boy, even when you foul him, he can still finish.
Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Kept alive. Gasol lays it up off the glass.
A great pursuit of the basketball from Marc Gasol. One thing we know is he will rebound out of his area.
Right wing. Here's Westbrook. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Nash kicks to Doncic. And there's the pass to Gasol over Westbrook. That's good from Gasol, and the assist by Doncic.
That 7'1" frame of Marc Gasol, strength, power, you name it, he can absorb contact.
Pass to Davis. Fires the three. Drains the three-pointer. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Left side Gasol. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Gasol. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Marc Gasol has such pretty touch on the offensive end. Nice shot.
Outside, Davis. Harden the pass to Griffin. Right side, Davis. And stolen by Simmons. Got a piece of it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Second free throw, no good.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Harden against Doncic. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Suns. Doncic left side. And Davis sends it back. Griffin passes to Harden. And yes, it's good. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
Come on, shoot!
To the paint. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Westbrook. No good that time. Nice D from Nash. Doncic feeling it out. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
And now the Suns, a fast break. Here's Simmons. They get the rebound. The shot by Nash, no good. Gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Yes, that goes in. And it's 6 points for James Harden.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Pass to Mutombo. Here's Simmons. Suns moving the ball around.
Come on, shoot!
Inside, Gasol. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Man, this is exactly what Marc Gasol gives you. The power to fight through contact and the skill to convert.
And the Suns making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. And that one falls for Marc Gasol. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
That second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. So it's the visitors now. Williams passes to Westbrook. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this: the NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
That free throw, no good.
And Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
So he can't get either to fall. Gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Harden outside. Outside Westbrook. Simmons against Williams. Takes a 3. Mutombo grabs the board. Mutombo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Doncic. Bucket is good.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Outside Williams. Over to the wing. No good again that time.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
Shooting off the catch is about confidence. There, Culver demonstrating how it's done.
There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Harden, and it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot block. I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by the Suns. Mutombo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Doncic. Gasol trying to free himself up. Tries again. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Doing pretty well at 46% from the floor. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Harden. Williams dishes to Griffin. And it's sent back by Mutombo. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here are the Suns now. They're on a 20-7 run. There's the pass to Doncic. Ginobili outside. Doncic against Harden. Stolen by Harden. Outside Westbrook. Harden outside. Iguodala right side. Back to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. You know, we're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.